Hello everyone, my name is John Paul. I just finished up a webinar based on the Atlas line trading. It was a live webinar. Today is September 20th, 2010. We went over the Euro, the E-Mini, the British Pound, the Russell, and the Australian Dollar. Sit back and watch how the Atlas line traded these markets based only on price action. I would like for price to go in my target based on what price is already done. So if price is very slow, the market is very low volatility like we've seen the last couple of weeks, then there's really no sense in me saying I want a 4-point profit target. It's never going to happen, guys. It's going to take forever to get there. So let's base our trades based on what the price action as far as the range that it's giving us has done. So the way that I do it is like this. I go to my indicator list and I take a look at the ATR over here and I choose this to about 4 or 5. I click apply and you can see that the average true range on the E-Mini is 2 points, right? So that's telling me that the last 5 bars, the average true range of those last 5 bars are 2 points. Okay, Gerhard, you took 4 points on the ATO. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. Okay, very good. All right, so when I say that I'm a price-based trader, when I trade only price action, I want you guys to see, okay, that I take what price is absolutely doing. I teach this in the mentorship program as well. I make sure that price is what dictates exactly what I do. If price isn't moving, then there's no sense in me attempting to take a larger profit target. The same thing with the stop, right? We use the average true range to dictate our stops and our profit targets, okay? So we see here a long for 11.25 on the E-Mini, good trade. We see here a long in the British Pound crossing the Atlas line. Right here, another good trade. The Russell and the Euro. So far, the 4 charts that I chose here have all produced some profit. Okay? John, so now that we hit our target, are you looking for a pullback for another long, or are you done for the day? No, John, I typically try to trade as less as possible during the day. I do not like to take 100 trades a day, okay? I always believe, and if you guys have heard my videos, I always try to limit the amount of trades we take. That being said, we do have opportunities to re-enter the market, okay? And how do I do that? I do that by looking for a pullback as long as we are on the right side of the Atlas line, okay? As long as we are on the right side of the Atlas line, I'm looking for a pullback. And to me, a pullback is more than just one candle. I like to see at least, as an example here in the E-Mini, I'd like to see an example of at least 2 consecutive bearish candles, and then the first green or bullish, meaning continuing going in our direction, I want to take it long. All right? So that means that I am looking for a bearish pullback here in all these charts because they're all above the Atlas line, but I need to do it with more than just one candle. I need to see at least 2 bearish candles, and then I take it long if price goes again. And I like to see constant higher highs. Remember, always following what price is doing, not following an indicator. Higher highs, a small pullback, we take it long again. Higher highs, okay? Carl, the entry point is displayed on the chart. 11.25 is the entry for the E-Mini. See that? The entry point for the Euro was 1.3051 right here. And the Atlas line gives us these signals. Okay? It provides these signals to us to go long or short. Okay? Kerry, the percentage of wins versus losses, this is not a system. This is a method of trading. So if you look at, let's say, 100 days, you're going to follow whether price is trading above or below the Atlas line. The percentage of wins, I believe, is above 70 to 80%. But now if you continue to take trades all day long, you can't take it when it's during choppy times. That's the reason why with each person who purchases the Atlas line, I do a one-on-one webinar with them to explain to them all these rules, how to use the Atlas line, what do you do during choppy times. If we do have a chop, I do not let it go beyond 2 chops back and forth, and I stop. And then there's things that we do that once we break out of the chop, we can take it long again. So if you take every single trade that the Atlas line does, I prefer to take the first few trades of the day. I don't like to take them all towards the end of the day, because if you take a trade towards the closing, the possibility of you trying to get profit is minimal. Okay? Kerry. So John, I was saying about how to use pullbacks. We know that price is above the Atlas line, so I want to maintain myself in a long position. Okay? So let's say that we took our 2 points or our 20 pips, whatever the case may be here, on the currencies or on the E-Mini. Now I'm looking possibly to take a pullback. How does that work? Well, first I need to see a pullback that will come. I need to see at least 2 consecutive candles pulling back. So 2 consecutive bearish candles. Okay? Once that occurs, the first bullish candle that appears at the close of that candle, I want to take it long, because now it's proving to me that it's going back in the direction of the Atlas line. Or I should say back in the direction of price being above and continuing higher. Now if price is not making higher highs, in this case everything looks long to me. If price is not making higher highs, then I will not go in a pullback. Price needs to constantly make higher highs for me to take that pullback. Alright, John? Yes, this line right here is the Atlas line. Show you here. And I'm going to make this, let's say, dark red, okay? And make it just a little bit thicker for you. You can change how it looks, okay? Does not change the plot, it just changes the dynamics of the Atlas line, okay? Yes, Carl, the Atlas line is available for pre-market and overnight session. And let me show you exactly how that would work, okay? Show you that. Give me a second. If you do trade the euro or something overnight, it's very simple to add a second Atlas line to the chart. So you can have 2 constantly going. You can have one for overnight and one for when the pit session opens. Just pull it up for you. Good questions. Good question, guys. Okay, so as an example, here's the euro overnight. Okay? So overnight, you can see that we had these long trades telling you to go long here, overnight the euro, long there. This long did not work out here. You see that? And then it told us